Venerable, actually I have, I think, questions which I always encounter with the non-Buddhists. You see, even though they claim that they are religious, but they believe in superstition, like being charmed and that, that kind of stuff. So how do we explain to them?
Do you know, every day I am facing this problem. How many people approach, sometimes very old ladies, sometimes 80 years old ladies also, come and I think someone has charm for me. I say, for what purpose? This belief I have seen very, very deeply rooted in this part of the world, Malaysia. Because there are three groups: Malays, Indians, and Chinese. Malays learn from Chinese, Chinese learn from Malays, Malays learn from Indians. So many superstitious beliefs. So it is very difficult for us to take out this from mind. And sometimes people come with sour face and crying and worrying. Reverend, I have one big problem. Then I say, you are very fortunate. You have only one problem. We have so many problems. Then he start to laugh. Then I can go on talking. So when he goes out with smiling face, he goes out. You must know how to talk according to their knowledge, education, understanding capacity. To some people, whatever we talk, no effect. Then what we do? All right, don't worry. We give something. You better keep this with you. This will protect you, nothing will happen to you. Ah, very happy. That is the technique, you know. Simply by talking, we cannot. Now, if immune system in our body, any amount of medicine what we take, no effect. Exactly like that.
Thank you. Can we have the second question? I'm sure everyone here, a lot of worries and fear. I have a lot.
After listening to the talk.
Yeah, that's a question.
Good evening, Reverend. I have one question.
I cannot see the person who. Where? Oh, no light, no wonder. Oh, I must see the face. You know?
Okay.
Now right.
If our relative is mentally ill because of worries, how do we help them to overcome the problem? Thank you.
Why only your relatives? What about others? Many people are facing this kind of problems, but we had to deal with them, handle them according to their understanding capacity, how far they can understand things, whether they can understand what we are going to talk, or if they had no such possibility, no point of talking or advising, then try to adjust another technique. There are various ways. So, I told you, worries and fear and suspicions are natural. But some people increase by taking very seriously. one incident, some people take so seriously into their mind and worry and get angry. And all the others never take seriously, just neglect. They have no worries, no fears. So it depends how we take things into our mind. That's what we have to develop our understanding. So, we cannot control. The Buddha could not control some of his own disciples who were staying with him. Devadatta, very cruel, very wicked, very jealous disciple related to the Buddha. Throughout his life, all the advices given by the Buddha, he did not accept. No one can change the mind by force. No one can change the mind of another person. Impossible. The Buddha also cannot change. The Buddha could not change the mind of Devadatta. He could not change the mind of Channa, another disciple, very stubborn. When the Buddha was about to pass away, Ananda came and asked the Buddha. Channa became a very arrogant and very stubborn disciple of the Buddha. Ananda came and asked, now please tell me, what are we going to do with this man when you are gone? The Buddha said, you must give him capital punishment. Do you know what is capital punishment according to the Buddha? No one should go and talk and invite him for anything. Because way of life at that time is not like today, 2,500 years ago. They had to depend on each other for their survival, for their food, for everything. Now everybody is completely neglected this monk. After a few weeks, he realized it is due to his mistake that they treat me like this. Then understanding appeared. See the technique given by the Buddha. Therefore, whatever advice that we give, we cannot change others' mind. One person cannot change another person's mind, but can give ideas or method or technique to think and understand and change. Now, after listening this talk today, some people say, actually I have to listen, that Reverend who gave a talk created anger in my mind. Some others say, oh, he created a lot of happiness in my mind. You are wrong. I cannot create that.